Welcome to this look at a new mod pack on Farming Simulator 22 with me, Mr. Sealy P. This is a look at the Grimmer pack by Pepe978. When I did my mod review yesterday, I completed the whole mod review, went to edit it, and this had then popped into the mods hub much later than all the other mods had. And it's quite a big pack. There's 15 items in this pack. We had this in FS19. It's been converted over, 124.96 megabytes to download. We're going to work through, starting off with weeders. We've got the GH2, GH4 and the GH8 is over there. I don't have weeds running, but I'll show you how the operation works. They do run between the rows, and if you go for the back sections, that's what keeps your the peaks and troughs of your potato planting in place when you have weeds there. So if we go into, first of all, weeders, and scroll across, so part of the Grimmer pack, the GH2 is 1.5 meters wide, 7 slots. The GH4 is 2.5 meters wide and 9 slots, and the GH8 is 6 meters wide and 12 slots. Options on them, on each of them, we can have configuration standard or roller. The smaller one I had like that, but you can have it with the roller. The other two, I've got them. That one comes with a roller. I don't think that one does. No, that one just comes standard, but it has these sort of funnel cone shapes, again, which keep the peaks and troughs when you are weeding. 7,000, 12,000 and 19,000 to purchase. So what I'll do, like I say, I haven't got the weeds in the ground, but you'll see the way those are shaped, they keep your peaks and stuff. So if you have got weeds in between, that's all you do. Just drop it down, drive along between. We'll take the weeds out, but still keep everything how it should be. Nice and lovely in the ground. This one does fold for transport. Lovely. Now, what I will say is, I know when this pack came out on FS19, a lot of people were saying they wanted bigger machinery, stuff for doing potatoes easier and faster. This just adds more stuff to the potato things we've already got. A lot of this stuff is actually smaller. We do have a couple of trailers as well, but as far as the planters go, these are smaller than the standard in-game ones. So we'll move over to the planters now. We've got the GL32E and the GL32F. They are both 1.5 meters wide. The difference is the GL32F does fertilizer as well. So this one just does seed, that one does seed and fertilizer. This one is 8 slots, the GL32E, the F is 13 slots. So these you'll find under potato technology. So there we go. The 32E is 10,800, requires 60 horsepower. The GL32F is 18,800, requires 60 horsepower. Options, license plate on that one. On this one, you've got standard configuration or planter. I mean, plants anyway, but it just adds the peak and trough situation on there as well, with the license plate option there as well. So let's hop into this one. Start up. We've got 300 litres of fertiliser. We can open cover to put that in and out. In and out. Then we can unload it, can we? Yeah, we can unload it. And then we've got 500 litres of potatoes. Hire a worker. And off we go. Now, like I say, it is only 1.5 metres wide. It's you know, with 60 horsepower requirement, it's for small farm work. If you are doing larger fields and bigger stuff, there's the standard in-game stuff, which is a little bit bigger. We've got the compactor, I always forget what they are, the GL420 and the GL860 compactor. We have those two. But these are like slightly smaller bits of equipment. So that's your weeders, that's your planters. Next, we move on to, oh yeah, the sort of harvesting side of things. We have an array of harvesting equipment here. We start with that one there. This is the WH200 Eco, 4 slots, 1.5 meters wide. When it harvests, it puts the potatoes out on the ground, directly out behind. We've got the WH200S. That one's 4 slots. This one's 5 slots. Also 1.5 meters wide. Difference with this one is it puts out to the left or the right, so you can choose which side you want it to put it out. We'll have a look at that in just a second. Then we've got this one. Now, I remember on FS19, I couldn't get this to work properly. This is the WR200CDV. 11 slots, also 1.5 meters. Difference between this is those two, you need to use a Holm topper, so you need to top the potatoes first, and then you can harvest. With this one, it does say you can harvest without requiring a Holm topper. Now, this pack doesn't come with a Holm topper. You have to use the one standard in-game or a modded one, whichever one you want to use, but you need to use a Holm topper first. And then behind all of that, we've got this, the SE8555, which is 8 slots. It's 0.9 meter pickup, and it's got a 6,800 litre capacity. So what that will do is that will go along behind either one of these and pick up the potatoes that have been left on the ground. So what we'll do, first of all, I'm going to have to let the topper do a couple of strips. These tractors do often struggle with so that, right, I'll let that go rather jerkily doing its topping. So what we'll do is start with the first one, and you'll see that this one just goes directly at the back. Unfortunately, I've just realised I put the other one the wrong way around, but it doesn't matter. So we start up, turn it on, drop it down, and that'll pick up the potatoes up the ground. Oh, hang on, do I need to put unload here? I do. There we go. Make sure you've got unload here on, and as you go, it will do the potatoes. As you can see, it puts them in quite a narrow swath, which means when you pick them up with the collection, the SE8555, it's only got a 0.9 metre pickup. It doesn't need a wide pickup because it's only putting a very narrow swath of potatoes into the ground. So that's the first one. Take that back. What I'm going to do is come the other way, that way at least the potatoes will unload where they're supposed to. In theory. Just think actually I probably don't need that to come all the way up. So with this one, should be the same thing again. We'll need to, okay, this one doesn't say, turn on swather, lower swather. Oh yeah, unload here, make sure unload here is on, there we go. So as you can see, it does the same things, 1.5 metres wide, but as we go along, it unloads to the side. Rather than directly behind. Turn that off. Let's move that out of the way. Now the third one, like I say, I'm hoping this one works because I haven't tried it yet. I'm sure this was the one I had problems with in FS19. I could be misremembering, I could be doing a disservice to the mod. Hopefully not. We'll see. I mean, hopefully I am doing a disservice. Rather, it did work, of course. Turn it on. Unfold. There we go. So this should top and harvest. We're about to find out, aren't we? Turn it on, drop it down, unload here. There we go. So it is. It's topping and harvesting. Goes a little bit faster as well, which is pretty good. So it does it all in one go. Nice animations, all of these. Fantastic. Right, let's turn that off. Don't worry about my sugar beet, it'll be fine. We'll go and grab the collection. I mean, it's technically down as a harvester, although it is more of just a loading forage wagon, really, I guess. It's not actually harvesting, it's just collecting the harvest. So. Now this one has a cover, you don't have to have the cover on it. Unfold harvester, puts the pipe out already, swings it to one side, gets it ready for operation. Start it up, drop it down, and as we go along, now this was the problem we had before. It's not picking up the potatoes, which really is its only job. No plan survives contact with Mr. Silly P. Right, let's grab a different tractor. Don't have enough horsepower with the other one, but I've got the little electric one. I decided to grab a tractor with a little bit more oomph. The little electric one's only got 50 or 60 horsepower. This requires 90 horsepower to pull. Now I'm just hoping this isn't going to be too high as well, because we're going to have a problem here. So you're going to have to be careful. Okay, that doesn't look too bad. Start it up. Still not picking the potatoes up. That's what it's supposed to do. That's his job. What am I missing? That's to unload it. Left pipe to unload it. Removes the cover. It's turned on. Pipes it's lowered. I've got a funny feeling, because there's something else we're going to have a look at in a minute. This is going to need an update for console. That should be picking. There's absolutely no reason to why that shouldn't be picking up now, because that's what this is supposed to do. It's unfolded. It's out to the sides. It's turned on. The pickup's down. Okay, right. Let's have a look at them anyway. Baffled. Under potato technology, then let's scroll across. So we did the weeders, we did the two planters. So the WH200 Eco is 11,900. As I said, that's 4 slots, that's 5 slots, that's 11 slots, that's 8 slots, and doesn't seem to be working. Options, nothing on that one. That one, we've got left swath drop or right swath drops. That was the one that went either side. That one, license plate option, and then that one, you've got configuration standard or with the cover, and the license plate option there as well. Now the thing is, I'm playing on PlayStation 5, and there'll be people that have seen people do videos. People often will do videos on the release, and they'll be doing it on PC. Now it could be the conversion over to console has caused a problem. I seem to recall the same thing happened in FS19 though. I'm sure I did. Now either I'm going insane. I honestly, please tell me, what is it I could be doing wrong? I've got the right amount of horsepower, it's pulling it. It's unfolded, it was turned on, that was dropped down, the potatoes have been harvested, they're in their little swaths as they should be. I thought maybe the first time round with the other tractor the pickup was too high off the ground and it just wasn't quite touching them. That could be why, but that's on the ground, it's touching them. Let's fold it up, put it back, just unfold it again just to make sure we haven't missed something. So, unfold harvester, lower harvester, turn on harvester, nope. Okay, well, let's move on to the next bit. No, we'll do the building next, I think. We've got the potato warehouse as part of this pack. It's a big building. 11 slots, 195,000 to buy. You'll find it under build mode and sheds. Outside lighting is automatic. Inside lighting, there's a switch here to turn on our lights. Press circle and the lights will turn on inside. All of the fans are all working already, as you can hear. This door does open to go in this way. We can also, door switch is there, for opening the shutters. We can bring in loose material or boxed material, that's entirely up to you. It's a rather cavernous building. You can see the lights are on, fans are all working. We've got these grates on the floor, we've got this as well. If you see top left, it says remove left potato aeration tunnel. So if I did that, this is how you would find the building. The aeration tunnels all over by the side. And you don't have to have them. If you want to go for a bit more added realism, you put the aeration tunnels down, then you can put all your potatoes in loose if you want to, and that just helps aerate the potatoes, get all the moisture and stuff out of them, and helps keep them longer. Kind of refrigeration in a way. The triggers for these are a little bit... There we go. There's that one. And this one is just there, centre one. And then that one is... somewhere. Oh, there we go. It doesn't actually show them. I've got all the interactive markers on. And then that one. So it does say left, centre and right, so that's going to be obviously looking that way down the building. So you can put those in. And then you can bring in your product and, like I say, store it in boxes. You can put anything in here you want. It doesn't have to be potatoes. You can just use it if you want to go for a more realistic kind of storage solution, which is, you know, keeping everything fresher for longer. You absolutely can. Nicely made, nicely designed, looks good. Like I said, under build mode and sheds, just there, 195,000. Slot count will come down to 1 if you put any more in. That's the building, the potato warehouse. I'm going to get to these in just a moment. Honestly, don't get me started. Next, let's look at the trailers. We have got, just here and just there, we've got the multi-trailer 190, that's the smaller one. That's 7 slots, 19,000 litres. And then we've got the multi-trailer 350, 8 slots, 35,000 litres. These you'll find under trailers. So the 190 is 32,600, the 350 is 40,500. Both slots counts come down to 1. They can take anything, not just potatoes. Options on these, what I do like is you've got the chute on the back there. So if you're unloading onto conveyor belts and stuff like that, we have the chutes on the back like that. So we can have it with this one, the smaller one. We've got Trelleborg, Michelin, Lizard, or back. No options within those. You can have Grimmer Red or Grimmer White, and then you can have cover. Hang on. Yes or no, it gives you the striped cover. If you don't like the striped cover, then you don't have a cover at all. And license plate option on there too. If we go for the 350, it's got a couple more options. Under Trelleborg, we've got a standard and a wide. Michelin, standard and wide, and those are the only two options. I went back to Trelleborg again. Same thing, Grimmer Red, white, cover yes or no, and license plate option on there too. So what I'm going to do, just grab a tractor. So, as you can see off to the left, the smaller one, the 190, is kind of unfolded. So this one, if we open cover, you can then open side walls. Oh, okay, it's filled. That helps with filling. So if you've got something with a conveyor belt, or you're loading with buckets, if you've got a small loader, you haven't got a lot of height on it, you can flap those sides down. And we'll show you in just a second. So it makes loading easier, and then you can bring it back up again to do the rest of it. What we will do though is let's take it into the building, hopefully. So swing around to the back, unload here, conveyor belt operates. We've got enough of the potatoes out. There we go. Open side walls. There we go. We got there in the end. So, that's the two trailers. The multi-trailer 190 and the multi-trailer 350. Next, we move on to the belt systems, conveyor systems. We have got the GBF 5500, which is 7 slots. We've got the Hopper conveyor loader, this says. That's 3 slots, 3,500 litre capacity. If we go up to it, it says, look, 3,500 litres. It's in there. And over here, we've got the PS511. That's 7 slots. This is a self-propelled conveyor. And this is working fine. Hop in this. Start it up. We do have beacons. First person, we got a mirror. It's brilliant. I love it. It's very, very cool. Remember this being very, very cool in the previous version. Lights as well. And what we can do is under L1 and right stick up and down, we can extend the conveyor out like that. Right stick, side to side, we can raise and lower. That's how it comes, lowered right down, we can raise it up, but that's as high as it goes. Now if we turn on conveyor, brings everything up onto the conveyor belt, and obviously if we extend the conveyor belt, like so, we can unload here onto a belt, onto something else, onto the ground, wherever we want to do. Unload here. The conveyor belt works. No problem at all. Let's turn that off again. And off we go very happily about our business. Now, that conveyor at its highest isn't high enough to load onto here. So here's where we have a problem. The GBF 5500, we come up to it, says enter vehicle. Click on that. Options L1, R1, L1, R1. Right? So L1, you got disable pallet creation. Well, it comes like that. So you can enable pallet creation. So we want it to create pallets. Enable. And then unfold conveyor belt, and this comes up. Attach tool to vehicle with a turned on motor. I have tried attaching forklift trucks. I've tried attaching 3-point links. I've tried attaching this conveyor to it. I've tried everything. I can't turn it on. I can't unfold it. I can't do anything with it. So where it's saying attach tool with power, I can't work out what I'm supposed to attach. There's a switch there. There's nothing coming up to turn it on. I'm absolutely at a loss, baffled. This one also says it's automatic, and if you watch the video that's on the website, on the ModHub website, the video shows this piece of equipment in the main building with that conveyor loading into it and pallets just appearing out the back. Now again, I've been all around this. There's no way to enter this. That enter vehicle, if I click on that, will put me back into that again. There's no way to switch this on. There is a motor there. Now it says it's automatic, but I put 3,500 litres of potatoes in there. Nothing's happening. That's supposed to create pallets. That's supposed to create pallets. I can't get over them to work. Moving them around, it's just so you can move in the forklift. I can't get the forklift tines into that, so you have to kind of put them underneath it. But in the end, what I ended up using was my trusty big bag handler. And that picks them up and moves them around, no problem at all. So if you want to load them onto trailers, that kind of thing, you can use a forklift truck. That works, no problem at all. You can pick them up, move them around very happily. So I'll show you in the ModHub as well, in the store menu. We go down to our belts and we go across. So the GBF 6,500, one slot. Top right, it says load potatoes into this fully automated filler to obtain 1,750 litre pallets for resale or storage. If I can't get that to open and I turn on, I can't do anything with it. The conveyor loader weirdly says 3 miles an hour. I'm assuming that's the belt. 3,500 litres. It does that do potatoes and sugar beet. Load potatoes into this hopper to load the produce on conveyor belts or the GBF 5500. That's what I'm baffled by. I've put this next to that, but because that won't open, that won't work. And like I say, the video that's on the ModHub shows this on its own in there creating pallets. If I read through the instructions here, hopper with compact design, automatic unloading of the product on conveyor belts or on the GBF. So, okay. Let's put it next to it. You watch it work now, just to spite me. I know this is supposed to be a mod review. Well, it is a mod review. It's not necessarily a guide to it, so this is a mod review of the mod that came out. In setting it all up, I like to normally show how everything works. I've been trying to get this to work, and I've just, like I say, I haven't had a lot of luck. So unless as soon as I put that next to it, all of a sudden it's going to automatically open up or something, let's look at that. Oh, you absolute nightmare. Right. We have success! 1,750 litres. I'm going to have to move that by, with that or pallet forks. So that's baffling. I can't open that up. Without it being attached to something, but it's not. But then with that next to it, if I put some more potatoes in there, let's move that pallet out of the way. Okay. So the one thing I hadn't tried yet, as I was doing it, I was thinking, oh, hang on, I wonder, what if I try blah, blah, blah? You know. Why has that stopped again? That's weird. Obviously you can do this with buckets, you can do it off the back of the trailers. Yeah, the sides still haven't opened up whilst the belts are operating. I mean, at the end of the day it's generating pallets, isn't it? Isn't it weird? All the information that was shown there, the picture and on the video, didn't show this being the way it was working. But there you go. Set it up like that. It should work. 1,750 litre potato pallets, and those can be stored in there as well if you want to. I think that's it. So what we'll say is then, the only thing then is I can't get that potato pickup to work. That's good. I was worried there was more wrong, but that's brilliant. Potentially there'll be an update for that. That's really confused me. Now I'm wondering if I've missed something, and I haven't missed something on that, I'm sure I haven't. But that's it. Bit of a roller coaster ride, wasn't it? That's the Grimmer pack by Pepe978. Apologies, Pepe978. Like I say, I didn't mean to do you a disservice. I tried all sorts of stuff that was based on the pictures on the website, the video, and based on this bit of information here that was telling me that I needed to attach it to something. And what I had done was I'd put this next to it to see if these would attach together, but then hadn't put potatoes in that to see if it would automatically work. So that was the last thing that I hadn't tried yet. So awesome. I hope you found this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.